He's going to try for 32.85. We have got a lovely piece of crystal on this, but I think the handlers themselves know accuracy more important than speed at the moment. Only the top 16 dogs will go through to tonight's final. Nicely handled. You see the way she pulled that dog back in a distance. When you get to this level of competition, the dog must respond to commands in a distance. And this is another good one. The champion Chanel knew the one. Nice fast weave. If they want to save time on a course, what they've got to do is turn very sharply between obstacles. If the dog runs out, it doesn't look like it's wasted a lot of time, but if you add all those run-ups up, that's where a dog can shave half a second off another dog. Very sharp turns between obstacles and no wasted time. Pulling him round, nicely pulled round there. Onto the A-frame, slowing him down for the contact. Now they can get the skates on, it's a straight run home, and it's another good time. Funky to Border Collie, 6 years old, she's under starter's orders. She's chasing a clear in 32.85. That was for Poland. This is another fast little dog. Really some lovely dogs through 5 faults, but it's not, I won't say it isn't important, it is, but the important thing is that she gets round the course. Very fast little dog this, and she's into the finishing straight. And so give it a round of applause. Tito's a 7-year-old Border Collie, a Nordic champion, agility champion, and Swedish jumping champion. Nicely handled, not too much time wasted as he cuts the corner. And our judge has to do a little bit of running down the dog walk to make sure he sees both ends of the contact. Now he's pulling the dog away from the top. Oh, never mind, just 5 faults. That is not the end of the world, because it's the final they're going to get into. And through the finish he goes. Yes, give him a round of applause. Springer Cost Collie, 4 years old, Jumping Jack Jess is the full name of the dog. At the moment, 10 faults, there was a hurdle down and a refusal on the weave. But 10 faults at the moment. The dog's enjoying himself, he doesn't know he's got faults, he just thinks it's great running around a agility course. No hanging him back, got to pull him away from that tunnel, put him in that one, yes, that's great, got him in the right hand. So into the finishing straight she goes, still with just the 10 faults. Well done, Kirsty, good try. And been on the Swedish national agility team since 2007. It's obviously a very experienced handler. I would think the word in the collecting area now before they come in is accuracy is more important than speed. Nicely handled down the bottom of the seat, the dog walk. The dog to wait a little on that seesaw. Now pulling the dog round and into the correct end of the tunnel. And he's leaving there at 28 seconds. It's a good round and it's a fast one through. In the lead at the moment, 32.49 seconds. What a noisy Meg. Just had to be careful with the barking, because sometimes you can take the dog's mind off what he was supposed to be doing. Daniel gave a little sideways look at the judge there as he raised his hand, because Meg actually missed the off contact. And unfortunately, you have to take the obstacles in the direction that the number is facing. And that was a back jump over there, so and naughty old judge just took elimination on him. So I look Daniel elimination D today. Off he goes. Into the weave successfully, 32.49 in the lead at the moment. This is a fast dog. The top end of the sport, most of the dogs are collies, only because they're so fast on the feet, can turn on a sixpence, and as we know they're very intelligent, but there are lots and lots of breeds competing in agility very, very successfully. He's in the finishing straight. This is looking good now. 33 seconds on the clock. Yes. 31.31. In the lead at the moment, and that's Declan Dolan from Ireland, who spent part of the course on the floor. Tremendous run. Slowing the dog around well there to get the tip as well as the contact. Pulling the dog back round. The dogs must respond at a distance. In agility, in the early days, you could run around like a lunatic with your dog on your left. You can't anymore. There's a very nice show. Well, Bink, the working sheepdog. Just keep an eye on the dog as he goes around the corner, getting him pulled back in and straightened up there for the dog walk. Try and get a nice straight approach. Also trying to keep the dog a little bit steady so he's not too far away from him. I did say accuracy is probably more important than speed in this particular second heat of the international agility. Into the tunnel he goes, 5 faults, that's not a big deal. Well done, Stuart. 3-1 in the lead, and in second place 32.49. Pulling the dog around as fast as she can, getting it straightened up for the dog walk. Slowing him right down for the contact as she cuts the corner behind the jump, setting the dog on. You have to get the dog to work at a distance. 5 faults, that's not a big deal. It will be later in the final, but at this stage it's not. Nice finishing run now, and I think she'll be happy with that. Cynic is 6 years old, the Sagara Attractive Thunderbird, the full name of the dog. World champion 2006, 2007 in the team, second time at Crufts, and the Nordic champion 2005, 2006. We really have got some of the top overseas competitors with us in this competition. And she goes, cuts the corner behind to catch the dog up, let the dog do the work. That's the name of the game in agility. Lovely turn round there to the tunnel. 26 seconds at the moment. She's just going to coast through the finish. Void on Border Collie, agility champion, Gunran Mystery. Nice brown and white collar. We've got a lot of brown and whites running agility. They're very, very popular. I haven't got to tell anybody who's into dogs that they're no different to the black and whites, but we do certainly have a little bit of a preference in agility for brown and white. It's got 5 there, that's not a big deal. This is the second part of the heat to decide who's going into the final. The important thing is to get around the course and then a little bit more concentration and a bit more speed in the final just before 5. Well done, David. Yes, William Ben is Border Collie. So you're under starter's orders. Although rumour had it earlier that he was Spanish, but he furiously denied that. Killer Brave Ben is the full name of the dog. I think it must have originated in the UK. Certainly competed in the UK before this handler. Very proficient handler. Nice sharp left there. All the brakes worked, all the seesaw. Desperately trying to keep up with the dog, pulling round into the right end of the tunnel. He's steaming along with this one. Up and down the A-frame now, he's into finishing straight, and he stands a chance of taking the lead with this if he's quick. 8.5-year-old Border Collie. Peaks Juice is the American Kennel Club name of it. Multiple US champions, USA World Team member, and 2008 FCI World Champion for Finland. That is a fault, that's not the end of the world. Off he goes now. Don't forget, this is the second of the 2 heats of the day. 21 competitors, only the top 16 will go in the final in about 30 minutes time. So, I haven't got to tell you that getting around the course is more important than ending at this stage. Now he's into a finishing straight, and through the finish he goes.